Hey guys, it's Shannon and today I'm going to be testing the Revolution Wild Animal palettes, all three of them. So as you can see, I've already got a base down on my eyes. I powdered the base. The base I used is the eye primer eyeshadow base from Jordana Cosmetics, and then I just set them down with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. If the lighting looks a little bit different, I'm trying a different setup at the moment to see if I can make it a little bit better and try and stop myself from looking in any reflections, because there actually isn't a mirror behind my phone anymore, so I can't actually look to the side or anything. There's a mirror here right in front of me, but it's nowhere near as, like, I can see my hands moving out of my peripheral vision down, but it's not as distracting as like when I'm like, ooh, what's that? I have a short attention span. Have you noticed? So first one I'm going to go in with is the Fierce palette. So this is obviously the tiger print. The inside of it looks... well, there's the downside. Never mind. The inside of it looks like this, and some of the colours actually have tiger stripes imprinted on to them. So let's see if I can try and do that so you can maybe see it. I don't know. I won't know until I review the footage. If it's come out looking like crap, then I will insert a picture. But yeah, so I'm going to start with this one on this eye. Right, so this is the look I've come up with. So it's a bit patchy, but that is my fault. That is not the shadow's fault, because I used the red shimmer that is here, supposedly, with a wet brush and put it on my eye. Didn't let it dry enough, and then I was trying to blend it out with a brown shade, and it didn't blend out, understandably. You know, so that is not the palette's fault, that is my fault. However, as you can probably see, there's quite a bit of fallout around my eyes, so this is one of those palettes I definitely say do before your face makeup. I'm just going to brush that away. The metallics in this are quite dry. I was having a lot of trouble getting the red metallic up on my finger and having it show up on my eye itself. So I was using this colour, and I was having a lot of trouble getting it to show up here, and it hasn't really shown up all that great, and it looks very dry. It's not creamy to touch at all, it's just really dry. The mattes all blended out beautifully. The mattes are wonderful. The shimmers, I think I only used one of the shimmers, so that shimmer did actually blend out really nice. So the mattes and the shimmers are really creamy from this palette. It's just that one metallic is a bit dry, because the others seem fine. So I don't know if maybe that was pressed a bit hard, or if it's just the way the palette is. I'm just telling you the way this specific one that I have is. Yeah, so that's this look. So next I'm going to go on to the Courage palette, which is the cheetah print, leopard print. One or t'other. I can never tell the difference unless I'm like looking at a cheetah and a leopard. I think this is leopard print. This is what it looks like on the inside. So it's obviously, I don't know how to explain that. This is kind of more pink and like pink, purple and green toned, whereas that other one was very warm toned in comparison. So I'm gonna create an eye look with this on this eye. Okay, so that is the look using the Courage palette. So the mattes, again, blended really, really well, but the metallics were a better formula this time. They weren't as dry. They went on really smooth and really creamy. Much better. So maybe they weren't pressed as hard, or maybe they're just an entirely different formula. But considering these palettes are supposed to be the same collection, maybe it's just that one palette was just pressed too hard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anyone that would want these palettes, like, that would buy them for themselves so that I can compare mine to theirs. So there's nothing I can do about that unless I was to go into a store and swatch them. I might do that, we'll see. But yeah, so they blended really nice. They're much more neutral, cool toned colours. It's a more neutral, cool toned palette. The Fierce palette is obviously a very warm tone palette because tigers are obviously orange. So I'm just going to sit here and take all of this off. By the way, I was also doing my eyebrows at the same time because I was doing tattoo brow. So I'm going to sit here and take this off, and then I will be into the Integrity palette, which, funnily enough, this is my second palette for Integrity because I ordered one and it came with 2 of the shadows smashed. So I will be right back. Okay, so I took it off and I've got this eye prepped now. So finally I'm going to go into the Integrity palette. So this is actually the palette that I had a couple of issues with when I was swatching it. The metallics in this are very, very soft, specifically this one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Again, I will put a picture in if it doesn't come out looking right. So they're very soft well, actually, that's a lie. Some of them are soft, some of them are hard. So I guess we're going to see how they come out. But the other thing that is different to the other two here is...
just shut my finger in it, and shut my finger in it, shut my hand in it.
So this is obviously like a really bright coloured palette, which kind of makes no sense for the zebra because zebras are black and white. Oh well. So obviously I'm going to be doing a bright look with this. I've been doing a lot of bright looks recently. The other day I went out, when was it? Yesterday, for me anyway. I actually went out and I used, oh, I can't even remember what palette it is. It's one of the Revolution Forever Flawless palettes. It's the Galaxy packaged one. I can't remember what it's called. But I actually used that on my eyes and I got complimented by someone in a store. The cashier in the store I went into, and she said my makeup looked nice, so I was quite chuffed with that. I don't normally get complimented on my makeup skills. Right, I'm going to shut up now. I'm just going to get on with doing this. Okay, so by far this was the best palette in terms of how the powders are formulated and pressed, because the mattes all blended really well, especially into each other, and considering this is a brights palette, I'm really impressed with the way they all blended out. I mean, you can still see pretty much every colour that I put in here, so you can see the yellow here, and then I put some red in, and then the blues obviously here. There is obviously a lot of fallout because it is a brights palette, so you know, every colour palette I have used has had fallout like this, because I don't know, are coloured palettes harder to formulate? Can they not be pressed as hard? I don't know. Yeah, fallout in an eyeshadow palette is not the worst thing in the world, so you just do your eye makeup before you do the rest of your face. My overall opinion of the collection itself, all three, I think is a really cool idea. I don't know if I got a dud in terms of this. I'm going to keep playing with it to see if it is just a dud or if I'm using it wrong, because that is quite a high possibility. But do I think you need them in your collection? No. I mean, if one of these prints are your favourite animal and you really like the colours that are inside, fair enough, but like, you can actually even find dupes for these in Revolution's other collections. Like, I'm pretty sure they make reloaded palettes that look almost identical to these. So they're £4 each, these are £10 each, so I just get the reloaded palettes. But now I have them, I will continue to use them. But I really like them. Like I said, the only issue I have is with the first one and the pressing of the shimmers themselves. I'm sorry if I'm not very coherent. I'm not feeling the greatest. I got a bit of a headache, but I wanted to get a video done for you guys, so I kind of powered through it. But they're all right. Not the best Revolution's ever come out with. Not the worst. But I don't think you need them in your collection. I mean, unless you're a die-hard Revolution fan and you want everything Revolution has, then okay, fair enough. Or if you, like I said, if you really like one of these animals, or if you really like the colours in these palettes, then fair enough. But I honestly think you could probably do with a Revolution Reloaded palette instead, because they're cheaper and they don't have the cool packaging of the animal print, but the colours are pretty much the same. But yeah, I'm just going to do my outro like this. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up for me. If you're enjoying me and my content, then click that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get notified every time I upload. I don't know what the hand gestures are about recently. Leave your video suggestions in the comments down below, and I will take them into consideration about what I'm making. I've been on a bit of a roll recently. I almost lost it, but we'll see. Let's see if I can keep going. So yeah, leave your video suggestions in the comments down below and let me know how your day, week, month, whenever you're watching this is going. And I hope you're having a lovely, lovely week, and I'll see you all through the screen. Bye guys.